You know, October is the time of year when they tell us to go get a flu shot. Well, they were giving out warnings like that 95 years ago, October of 1918. But that was more serious because people were dying in Augusta by the hundreds. In 1918, the lethal Spanish flu hit Augusta's Camp Hancock, a World War I Army facility where thousands of troops were being mobilized for service in Europe. A September 30th, 1918 article in the Augusta Chronicle reports that 13 of 3,000 recently arrived troops appeared to have the dreaded flu, but precautions were being taken. The soldiers were told to avoid mingling in camp and to stay away from any crowds. It did no good. The next day, the Chronicle reported that 700 cases were reported in camps, and Army officials were considering a quarantine, which they later instituted. By October 6th, there were 47 cases scattered over Augusta and reports of other cases in Blythe. Augusta health officials issued face masks to doctors. They also prohibited people from traveling around Camp Hancock, the area now pretty much around Daniel Village. On October 7th, 25 deaths were reported in the Army camp. And then it got worse, and I'll tell you about that when we get back. During October 1918, 80 deaths were reported, something the Chronicle called the largest number of deaths ever recorded in 1 month in Richmond County. The armistice was signed November 11th, ending the Great War, and Augusta's war with the flu began winding down as well. The Chronicle reported the end of a 6-week quarantine which had closed schools, churches, and theaters. By year's end, the newspaper counted 1,400 cases of Spanish flu reported in the city, with 118 deaths. Out at Camp Hancock, there were 7,800 cases of flu reported. There were 500 reported deaths, many of them soldiers who never got to serve in Europe, but they made a sacrifice anyway. For more of Kirby's Augusta, subscribe to us on YouTube or check us out on AugustaChronicle.com.